And welcome to another episode of MLS Top 10 Players Right Now. Tonight we are ranking the top 10 attacking midfielders right now. We made this list using the goal system 4000, our objective methodology without emotion and or bias to create this list by the stats of the last 2 years and the first 2 games of the 2020 season. And we will start. The players that just missed are Mauricio Pereira, Efrain Alvarez, Frankie Amaya, Sasha Kleshchin, Ulysses Segura, Brendan Aronson, and George Mihailovic. Number 10, from the New England Revolution, Carles Gil. 34 starts, 34 appearances, 10 goals, 3,052 minutes, 14 assists, 67 shots, 24 shots on goal, 15 fouls, 3 offsides, 6 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Carles Gil is a great player, a great attacking midfielder, has an eye for goal, has an eye for a great pass, has an eye for an assist, can do it all for New England Revolution, has a high potential for the next couple of seasons, is sort of proven. But we will see what he does when he gets back to playing, when MLS comes back. He will do well. Newcomer of the year last year. And he will do pretty well when he gets back into playing when New England comes back playing this year. Number 9, from FC Dallas, Paxton Pomykal. 21 starts, 33 appearances, 3 goals, 2,043 minutes, 5 assists, 29 shots, 11 shots on goal, 27 fouls, 1 offside, 4 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Pomykal is a good player. He has a lot of potential. He will definitely end up in Europe someday. A great prospect for FC Dallas. Is a good attacking player when they desperately need it, because FC Dallas does not have the attacking prowess, I would say. They're more of a defensive team, more of a team that sits back and defends, but when they need the goal, they'll have somebody to help them find it, and that would be Pomykal. So he's got potential, and you can see that. Number 8 of the Houston Dynamo, Tomas Martinez. 63 starts, 67 appearances, 10 goals, 4,911 minutes, 16 assists, 119 shots, 30 shots on goal, 71 fouls, 5 offsides, 7 yellows, 1 red. He's a good player. He can attack, but he also tries to defend as well, because considering Houston is another one of those teams that are more of a defensive-minded team. They're not that good of a team offensively, especially back when they had Wilmer Cabrera as their manager. Now with Tab Ramos as their manager, maybe they'll be better attacking, but we've only seen 2 games. But we really don't know. We'll see later on, but we really don't know now. But we know what we know from the past. And they weren't really an attacking team. They're more of a defensive team, and Tomas Martinez, you could say he's a little bit more of a reckless defender because of the cards that he has, the fouls he has. He's reckless, but he's a good offensive player, but he's not to the heights of a Blessing or a Pozuelo or an Osorio in a midfield. So you could say that he's a good player, but he needs to work a little bit harder offensively. That's what you could say. Number 7, from LAFC, Latif Blessing. 49 starts, 66 appearances, 11 goals, 4,672 minutes, 12 assists, 94 shots, 31 shots on goal, 81 fouls, 17 offside, 7 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Latif Blessing is a good player, but he still has some potential that we haven't seen yet. He hasn't hit his potential yet. He's still going up to his ceiling. But he's a great player already as a player on LAFC. He's playing for a team that needs him to play well, and You like to see what he is. But I would like to see him do even better later on and the older he gets. So, I like what I see from him. He could shoot up the list, but we will see. We will see. Number 6 of the New York Red Bulls, Kaku. There we go. 52 starts, 58 appearances, 12 goals, 4,493 minutes, 20 assists, 92 shots, 38 shots on goal, 27 fouls, 7 offside, 5 yellow cards, 2 red cards. Kaku is a great player. He's a great offensive player. He's not a great defensive player, and he also has he's a hot-headed player. A hot-headed player, and not really good at defending player. He's more of an offensive player, and if you make him mad, if you make him, I would say mad or like frustrated, that's the right word, frustrated, you're going to get him to turn into a hothead, and then you're going to get him starting to just headhunt everybody. So, he's a good player, but he's a little bit too hot-headed for his own good. As we saw when he kicked the ball into the stands back last year. He's a little bit too hot-headed for his own good. That's what it is. But number 6, attacking mid in the league, that's pretty good. But he needs to calm down a little bit, definitely. Then maybe he could go up the list. Number 5 of New York City FC, Maxime Morales. 62 starts, 63 appearances, 15 goals, 5,422 minutes, 36 assists, 123 shots, 50 shots on goal, 98 fouls, 28 offside, 11 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Morales is a good player for New York. Every attack goes through him. He can score, he can assist, he can make a key pass, he can get a secondary assist, but that's not a thing in soccer. That's not a thing in football. So it is what it is. But he is a great player. Every New York attack runs through Morales. If it goes to Tajuri Shradi, if it goes to anybody on that team, it's going to go through Morales. And he is a great player. He's a respected player. I like to see what he does because he has a very high work rate, and I respect him wholeheartedly. 5th on the list is great. Number 4 of Real Salt Lake, Albert Rusnak. 59 starts, 62 appearances, 20 goals, 5,228 minutes, 12 assists, 146 shots, 60 shots on goal, 32 fouls, 11 offside, 2 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Rusnak is a great player, but he's stuck on a bad team. He's stuck on a mediocre team. If he was on a team like Toronto or Minnesota or one of the LA teams or Atlanta or New York, one of the New York teams, he would be great. He would be even better. But he's stuck on a mediocre team, and it's sad to see because he has so much talent. He is a great midfielder. He could do anything, but he's stuck on a mediocre team, and it's sad. But he has so much potential, and he has so much work rate that he pulls RSL to some sort of notoriety. And it is kind of sad. Not for him, but for RSL, because honestly, ever since Bill Manning has left RSL for TFC, they're horrible. And not that I care, because we have Bill Manning now as Toronto FC. But y'all are horrible. Ever since he left, y'all are horrible. It's sad. It actually really is. It actually really is. Number 3 of the Seattle Sounders, Nicola Ladera. 55 starts, 55 appearances, 15 goals, 4,928 minutes, 28 assists, 110 shots, 35 shots on goal, 79 fouls, 10 offside, 10 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Ladera is a good player. He's a great offensive midfielder, attacking midfielder, but he can also defend. He's a great central midfielder. He does all he can for the Seattle Sounders. He is a respected figure, a great figure. He's been in MLS for a long time, and he will still be here for a lot longer. He is an Iron Man, and he has done all he could for the Seattle Sounders, and that is respectable. Number 2 of the Portland Timbers, Diego Valeri. 62 starts, 65 appearances, 20 goals, 5,500 minutes, 28 assists, 173 shots, 63 shots on goal, 57 fouls, 30 offside, 9 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Same basically goes for Diego Valeri. He's just a touch better than Ladera over the past 2 years. I respect Valeri. He has done everything he could for the Portland Timbers. A little bit more attacking than Ladera, but everything he does for the Timbers has made them a great team since 2015. He is a mainstay of this league. He is an Iron Man, and same thing goes for Valeri, basically. I kind of hate how Seattle fans and Portland fans hate Ladera and Valeri, both sides, like every other way, because it's like they're basically the same player. They really are. If you look at it, I know your rivals. I know Cascadia is the second biggest rivalry in MLS behind the 401 Derby. I get that. I get that. But your central attacking midfielders are basically the same player. Hook, line, and sinker. They are the same player, lock, stock, and barrel. You should be able to respect Valeri if you're a Sounders fan. And if you're a Timbers fan, you should be able to respect Ladera. They are basically the same. It's crazy. If you look at the stats, they are basically the same. It is crazy. And now we are in the rare air of this list. Number 1, the champion, the top attacking midfielder in MLS right now, from Toronto FC, Alejandro Pozuelo. 30 starts, 32 appearances, 13 goals, 2,690 minutes, 12 assists, 82 shots, 34 shots on goal, 35 fouls, 5 offside, 4 yellow cards, 1 red card. Pozuelo is a great player. And that was just 1 season plus 2 games. Most of that season was him tired, and he still scored 13 goals. 12 goals last year, 1 already this year. He is amazing. Pozuelo is amazing. He is one of the best players I've ever seen play in this league. Like, just players in general. He is amazing. He has a shout by the end of his career, by the time he retires, because he's probably going to spend the last 15 years of his career in Toronto. He will be Mr. MLS. He will be the best player in MLS. He will be Mr. Toronto, the best player to ever play for Toronto FC. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. And you can see it already from his first season here. He is amazing. He is amazing. The stats back it up. I'm not just saying this because I'm biased. Yes, I'm a Toronto fan. If you look anywhere else on this channel, it's obvious. It's not saying I'm biased. I'm doing this list from the stats. But Pozuelo, the stats back him up. The stats back what I say up. He is amazing. He will be the best player in MLS by the time he retires. And he will be the best player in Toronto FC history by the time he retires. Now, is he right now either of those things? No. But you know he will. Barring something disastrous. Barring a disaster, or barring him leaving after 4 years, he will be the best MLS player and Toronto player of all time. Barring something disastrous. He is amazing. He can do anything. He is a superhero. That's basically what he is. He is a superhero. Lock, stock, and barrel. That is what Alejandro Pozuelo is. He is a deserved number 1 on this list, a deserved champion, and that is what it is. So, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Tomorrow, I got an unboxing video. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace.